I heard that you are the second largest university in the United States. Wow. And what's the mascot? Is a Pegasus? And I heard something about a nitron or something like that. What is natron? Okay. Y'all got a marching band? Are you in the band? And y'all motto, I heard, is reaching for the stars. Oh, y'all must not be feeling that too, man. Ain't nobody reaching for the stars? Is that old? You think it's old? Because I looked it up on Wikipedia. I Googled it. Well, I want to say thank you for such a lovely and honest and true and real introduction, because I am Lisa Ray. So I wanted to be able to say that thank you for ditching class to listen to me speak, but oh, don't act like now y'all ain't never ditched class for something. Because I know that I used to do it all the time. When I was in school, I didn't care who was talking. As long as I can get out of class, I was like, yep, I heard everything he said. Everything. I want to acknowledge also the University of Central Florida for allowing me to be here. The professors, the teachers, the students, the gym people, the cooks, the technician to make sure the vending machine working and everything. Just thank you. I want to recognize Black History Month. Yeah? Oh, that's what y'all do? Tell me. It was started back in 1926, and they had a whole week of celebration. But now I figure that they know that we got so much good stuff to talk about that they have given us a whole month now. All right? I had a pleasure of directing my first film called Skinned. It's my directorial debut, and when I say that, that means that's the only and first thing that I've done, and it made it on TV, and that's a big accomplishment. It's called Skinned. It's about the epidemic of skin bleaching. It happens in Africa and in the Caribbean, but now it's here. I'm not sure if you guys know of an athlete by the name of Sammy Sosa. Yeah, he's about your complexion. Now he's about your complexion. That's like what and how we remember Michael Jackson to be. Remember, he was a brown skin Michael Jackson, and he was saying, who's bad? He was still bad, light skin and all. But then he was pasty light skin. And there are a lot of over-the-counter skin lightening, skin bleaching products that causes cancer. And it causes infertility for women not to be able to have babies. And so I thought that I'd be able to give you guys a little snippet of what the movie is about, because it deals with a lot of issues that we are dealing with now with not really loving ourselves. So I wanted you guys to pay attention to the screens up here. It's only 2 or 3 minutes long, so can you roll that clip for me?
Your family in for 10 years? Really? Huh? Maybe I didn't want to be the dark child anything with photos anymore. Oh, so your answer was to become white. Correction, light. Cute. She's just so dark. She has her father's beautiful chocolate African skin. Some story. Sorry, Blackie. I call her Blackie. She means when my body is money. So you just won't let her talk to you like that? I'm not understanding beauty. Did you do that? Everybody's doing a job. It seems for something. So where is your self-esteem? I'm a huge qualifier. She's really skinny, but she's a big booty. Those are her qualifications. So why don't you tell what's going on? I can't do this. I feel there's a story to tell you. Who in your life has made you feel beautiful? Well, you didn't care about your color. I don't think that I loved you. It's found in metals, skin lightening, and bleaching creams. Chemicals in those products are awfully dangerous. Please feel free to get another opinion. I'm losing it. Everything.
You don't tell me anything about your past. I don't even know who you are. Whatever it is, y'all can do.
Yes, that's it. I found it to be interesting to be a light-skinned black woman that would care so much and direct a dark-skinned black story. I wanted it to be something controversial. I wanted it to be something, and another reason why we speak about this, because this deals with low self-esteem, insecurities, not feeling like we're beautiful, looking at that person in the mirror, which is us, and not feeling like we're worthy, and not accepting what God has given us, or not liking someone because of their skin complexion. I heard that there are a couple of incidents here on the campus. Do you know anything about that? Yes? Look, this is going to be interactive, okay? So if I say something that's funny, I want y'all to laugh. If I say something that's not funny, I want y'all to laugh. Just like that. When I move, you move. Okay. When I think about all of the things that society dictates to us that are beautiful, like when we look in the magazines, we see a size 2. Then we're killing ourselves trying to look like a size 2 because we're not seeing ourselves. But now the trend is the small waist and the big butt. Now what happens when that trend goes away though? So now we're altering how we look because of what society is dictating on how we should look. Why is that? Is that because we haven't heard that we're beautiful enough? Is that because our fathers haven't told us, or our brothers, or our boyfriends, our fathers, are the first people that tells us, I love you, baby girl. You're so beautiful. You look just like your mama. Whatever that is. But why should we leave our home and come outside of that into the world, into the school, into society, where someone can look at you and want to spit on you because you don't look like what they think you should look like? That's a modern day slavery to me. So when I think about Black History Month, I think about all the people that were the first to do something. All of the people that stood up to be able to say, hey, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to make the world different. Because I promise you, I think it was last year. No, I think it was maybe the MTV Awards. Did y'all see when Kanye West came up there and said he was going to, for president, he was going to run for president? And I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? And he just might win because of social media. Look at Donald Trump. Right? All the craziness he's saying, you know why that is? That was a question. Y'all kind of slow, huh? I thought y'all was the second biggest university in the United States. Come on with me. Say that again. Yes, because we're not being educated on the process of what it takes for us to make that change. We're not standing up to be strong enough to say, I'm going to stand for that change. So I think about Martin Luther King. There's not a Black History Month that passes where you don't say Dr. Martin Luther King's name. Now he had a dream. He didn't say he had a nightmare. He said he had a dream. Now I dream. I dream all the time. Ain't nobody never told me to put no speech around my dreams. Let me see. I dream about all my money around me in stacks and bands. I dream about I dream about that new 2016 BMW 750 series with the 22s with the piped leather in there and the wood grain. Yeah, I think about that. I dream about that. I dream about the lights, camera action. When I'm on the red carpet, walking, and all eyes are on me, and they like, dude, she wearing that dress on flick. She bomb. Yeah. But my dream and our dreams is not the same as his dream. Now see, his dream stood for equality, us getting along, us being fair, us caring about each other's character, what kind of person you are. Are you a good person? Do you give me a good feeling? Has this ever happened to you? Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Has this ever happened to you? Were you walking down the street, somebody else was walking down the street, and they just smiling? I'm talking all 32 just smiling. They don't have their headphones on. They not on the phone. Heck, you don't even see no Bluetooth. They just smiling, and you look like, they smiling at me? Because it's a little weird. You ain't even used to it. And they come closer and closer. And if no other reason, you trip just a little bit, because you're like, are they smiling at me? Are they smiling at me? What is going on? But you're thinking, what are they smiling about? If nothing else, they walk past and you smirk. Because a laugh and a smile is contagious. Even if you think, what went on with their day to make them smile? Or whatever that happened with them is making them walk down this street just feeling so good and skipping and just giving off that kind of vibration to a lot of people. I like to be able to smile. I've made that clear in my life that I don't want any grass to grow under my feet. I want to be able to laugh every day. I think about Rosa Parks. Can I have one of those chairs real quick, Bryce? I know him on a first name basis now. Thank you. Got it. Hey. I imagine Rosa Parks' story going a little something like this. Y'all remember Rosa Parks, right? I mean, I know somebody in here has done some kind of report or something on her, right? I imagine it went something like this. Now, she tired, because, you know, she was a seamstress. I didn't know that. She get up on the bus, and she go back to her seat. You know, it was segregated back then. It was the white sit in the front, and the blacks were allowed to sit in the back. So she was where she was supposed to be. She sit down, and the white man taps on the shoulder and say, I'm going to need you to get up. Well, he probably didn't say it like that, but you know. I'm going to need you to get up out this seat. I need a seat. She said, no, sir. This is my section, and I'm awfully tired. He said, I want you to get out this seat before I cause you some trouble. She said, I've worked all day. I just want to get home to my children and cook and prepare for the next day. I'm tired. Can you just leave me alone? Cut to, she gets arrested and started a boycott, and the civil rights movement leader, Dr. Martin Luther King, start this rally. And I think to myself, this is how I'm able to check myself. What if she wouldn't have got up? Like really, like how long would it have taken from then until now for us to be able to sit anywhere we want to? How long? Bless you. She was the first. And that makes me question, who else would be the first? Who could be the first of something in this room? Who would that be? That I would be proud of. Oh, y'all didn't put your hands back up, huh? I'm the first. I'm the first of a lot of things, too. I'm the first to be famous in my family. Oh, y'all didn't know I was famous? Well, allow me to introduce myself. My name is H to the O-V. Okay. Let me introduce myself, because I want to run this down to you. I was born and raised in Chicago by two parents. Father was a businessman, my mother was a model and a housewife. I was raised in the back seat of my father's car. I was a daddy's girl. And isn't that a trip? Like, we know how to choose which parent we gonna like the most, huh? Don't we? It's usually the parent that let us get away with the most stuff. Usually the one that we'll be able to manipulate a lot, right? Stick a pin right there at that manipulation statement right there, and I'm gonna come back to that, okay? So remember that. Normally, when we manipulate somebody, we've learned that even as a baby. We've learned how to get attention, to get by. If we're crying about something, they're going to give us a bottle, some food, a pacifier, pick us up, pat us, or something. They're going to give us something. I went to a biracial school. That allowed me to learn about different perspectives and different nationalities and how they move, how they are at their house, what was different about what they did opposed to what we did at home. We went on a family trip every year somewhere. How many people have even been on a plane before? Great. Great. I played the clarinet. Yeah, I tried my hand at the trumpet and the drums, but I stuck to the clarinet. I was a pom-pom girl. I was in the band. I was a flag girl. Mendo Monarch Marching Band. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was precise. I hit it too. Woo. And I graduated 3rd out of my class. Yeah, your girl is smart. I'm smart too. It was a small school, but it's still, I was smart. I went to college at Eastern Illinois University, which was 2 hours outside of Chicago. And I then left school after 2 years to run my family business, which was hotel motel management, which is what I went to school for. I then learned about the different businesses that my father had. I learned how to be diverse. I learned how to run a nightclub, a steel mill, a radio station, 9 hotels and motels, a law office, and a car wash, So I learned how to multitask. I learned how to do more than one thing at the same time. Stick a pin right there. I'm going to bring that back too. I lost my father when I was 22, and I was totally devastated. See, he was my #1 fan. I used to model. I used to find myself finding him on the street somewhere. The Boulevard, which is 81st and Stony Island to 95th, we had about 6 or 7 businesses on that strip. So I was able to drive up that strip and be able to find him and say, hey, Daddy, can I have some money? I got this whole new photo shoot. I know I took one last week, but you know, this one is going to be better. I had my whole little gift to gab ready because I was diverse. I knew how to multitask, right? Then I heard people in my family say, what you gonna do with your life? What you gonna be when you grow up? See, someone in my family said that I wasn't gonna amount to too much of nothing because I was too spoiled. And I heard that. And I let that fuel me. I needed change, you see. And I'm not talking about the change that jingles in the bottom of our purse or in our pockets. I'm talking about real change. A change that was going to start with me. So I went to LA to try my luck as this actress. And I landed my first film, which is now a cult film called Players Club. Y'all remember that movie? Like I see some of the teachers and professors going, yeah, I remember that movie. Out of that movie came Bernie Mac, the late Bernie Mac, Jamie Foxx, Michael Clark Duncan, Uncle Luke, and Terrence Howard. That was Ice Cube's directorial debut, his first. Then I went on to understand the portion of the business side of show business. Because surely I had made it. Like, look, Mom, I'm famous now. I was so consumed with making it till I didn't really realize that I had to keep my irons in the fire, that I had to get my next gig, that I had to be relevant, I had to keep myself out there and be hot. That year, we won MTV's first fight scene award ever. And before the film came out, I went to this athletic games that a bunch of celebrities were going to, and I knew that I needed to be there. And I met this woman by the name of Lynn Allen Jeter from Lynn Allen Jeter and Associates. She was a publicist. You know what a publicist is? Person that will get you out there, to get you interviews that let people know who you are, and I wanted everybody to know who I was. Well, after talking about 30 minutes with her, she said to me, she said, "You are a star." I mean, I knew I was. I just didn't know she knew I was. I was prepared to let everyone know that there was a new sheriff in town, that there was a star that was being born, because I had big dreams. I went on to do my second film, The Wood, with Omar Epps and Taye Diggs, Sanaa Lathan and Richard T. Jones. Then I went on to have a successful run at my first sitcom called All of Us, which was executive produced by the dynamic duo, Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. And then my life changed and shifted again. I became the first African-American actress to become a First Lady of the Turks and Caicos Islands. Then I became the first African-American to be the spokesperson for the French company Hennessy Cognac for 4 years. Then I came back off of a publicly humiliating divorce. I call it fairy tale turned nightmare. And then I joined the reality craze with a #1 reality show on TV1 called Lisa Ray, The Real McCoy. It was the highest rated show in TV1's history. Then I landed VH1's first series ever, Single Ladies. Making me the first African-American actress, first African-American woman to hold down 2 shows at one time. So you may be saying, why run down my full resume to you? Well, because I have never seen anybody at my school to speak to me that looked like me. And what I mean by that is that every time somebody came to my school, there was a doctor, a lawyer, or Indian chief. They looked like they had been in school for 15 to 20 years. And I was just automatically turned off. They were balding up, prematurely balding. They didn't have no style. They had that simple, easiest hairstyle, which was a ponytail. Or too much grease in their hair that looked like it was all weighed down, no movement, no body. And I just think that there's a disconnection for people not to be relatable. I ran that down to you so you can understand that I'm human, that I cry, that I've been cheated on. I've been went through some things that maybe the next person next to me has gone through. But she would not know this unless I talk it and tell my testimony. I want to be able to listen to somebody that knows more than me, that has more experience than me. Somebody that looks like me, that I can relate to. Because automatically, if I feel that you are achieving something that I never will be able to achieve, you lost me. I'm not there. I'm not interested. You have to be able to relate to somebody. And that, for me, was really important, to be able to let you know that there are times when I don't feel good. There's times when I don't want to wake up and shake nobody's hand, take no pictures, no selfies, no Instagram, no social media. I don't want to be Insta famous. But that's real. The reason why I'm up here now is because I really found a passion for something. And the passion was, you heard me say when I first got up there, I said, oh, I got a big mouth, loud mouth. Well, if I know that about myself, how can I use that? That's a check, that's an attribute. Okay, big mouth, actress. Now what I say to you has to be important. What I say to you has to resonate with you. So I have to continually educate myself, but I have to care. I have to care about what's going on. Before I started doing speaking engagements, I was a mother. A mother is a nurturer by nature. Women, we are nurturers. And some of our men are nurturers, but our men are providers. We can take it all the way back to the Bible days in the beginning, where we all came from Adam and Eve, where the man is the provider, where he takes care of the family, where the woman has the kids and makes sure that the home front is safe. But now we're new millennium people. That's a bonus. I often hear women say, well, this is the kind of guy that I want in my life. He needs to be this, 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 and that. And I always ask, well, then what are you? What are you bringing to the table? Because it doesn't matter if you bought the table. You still need to eat and have things on the table. So this word, gold digger, what is that? What is that? Why is that? I often kind of tease and say, gold digging? Oh, shoot, I was doing that back in high school. I'm at platinum status now. But I say that because I'm successful in my own right. I have something to give. I'm not a microwave baby. And what that means is the only thing I'm doing with a microwave is putting microwave popcorn in there. I know how to cook. And the old saying, the old school saying is, a way to a man's heart is through his... Y'all know that. Y'all ain't that young. So when I heard my mama say that to me, I felt like that'd be one extra thing that I can have to give him, to make me that much more valuable. Because if he don't need you and just want you to be a trophy wife, then how valuable really are you? It's not that easy. Because if it was that easy, then when we hear no, what would happen? I got something. Okay. My bags are good here. All right. You don't even know what's in here yet. So now, give me somebody. Somebody stand up for me. Okay, bam, right here. I got to be careful. Talk about you. He's like, hand me my phone. Is this your partner you having him come? I said one person. You ain't running nothing. This is my stage. Hold on. Okay. If I'm your I Dream of Jeannie, and you tell me one thing that you would want, Like, what would be one thing that would make you happy right now? Your degree? What else? Something material.
A new car.
No, I ain't Oprah. You won't get a car. You won't get a car. You won't get a car.
No!
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, give me somebody else. Okay. What is one thing that you would want in your future that would make you happy? That's his cross. Yes. What is one thing that would make you happy? Oh, both of y'all. Absolutely. Come on. Hey, no. Wait, hold on. I got 2 men. I'm going to get 2 girls. Hold on. I got to make it even. I got to balance this thing. I'm a Libra. Hi. My hands are cold. Okay, so tell me, what would be one thing in the future that you would want to get for yourself to make you happy? A hotel? That could be your bed and breakfast. Hello. Now, what is one thing that would make you happy in your future? A family. No. No. Anything else? But here's the point. Here's the point. No makes your whole energy go down. No makes you go, what you mean, no? No makes you feel like that's not going to ever happen. No is permanent. I don't like no. So if things happen so easy for you all the time, without the no, you wouldn't be able to build the strength and the character that you need to be able to rise to the occasion for something else. That's the reason why the no and step by step is important. It's levels to this. I want you all to know that I'm going to teach you 4 ways to manifest your better. Okay? Number 1, pay attention to your environment. Pay attention to your environment. Your environment motivates you. Who are you around? What are you listening to? I'll tell you a story about when I was in college. And these 2 guys were the captain, our class captain. And one was considered a nerd. The other one was the popular guy. The nerd was the teacher's pet. He would go and take things to the car. He'd clean up after them, just doing the most, or know it all. The popular guy, of course, he knew all the girls. He studied when he wanted to. He had a tutor, whatever. The test came up, and the nerd got a C. The popular guy got the A. But the nerd started plotting on the popular guy because he felt like he had paid attention to his environment, but he was paying attention to the wrong things. He was paying attention to how to go around or under or on top. He didn't stay focused on what is going on, what needs to happen for him to pass the test. How many people's ever got a D? Or a D minus and said, I passed. Or got a B, and your mom said, man, if you wouldn't have waited last minute, you would have been able to get an A. And you say, I'm all right with that B. I'm I'm cool. Why is it that when things don't go our way, that we get mad? Like when we're someplace that we're not supposed to be, we get in trouble. We're around people that we're not supposed to be around. Why we get mad? Why do we get mad when we get reprimanded or corrected or chastised? Sometimes you get corrected to protect your position. Because if you're not ready, you can't step up in that place. Why not sit back and talk to the people that know more about you? Because here's the thing, you can't tell me nothing if you don't know nothing. I don't want you to tell me anything about nothing. I want to be around somebody that can recharge me, somebody that I can plug into and learn something from, because your environment dictates where you're going. And you know, they say birds of a feather. Lord, that is so true. But we don't want to hear it when we're young, because our friends are our friends and our environment is our environment. But listen, people, the environment that we're in now, the society that we're in now, the world that we are in now, the stuff that is going on now, we don't want to be about that life. I don't want to be about that life, because that seems to me that that life is going to be a little shorter than what I imagine it could be. And I don't want to be no part of that. I want to be around someone that can educate me, that can feed me, so when they turn me loose, I can go out and I can share that with somebody else that may be acting a fool. It's almost like what I see on what we do with our phones now. We text, we email, we take pictures, we do the social media, phone calls, but a lot of us is not using our phones for the right thing. I look at so many videos where people are fighting, and all I see is this. World star. And it's like, why aren't anybody calling 911? How do you feel good about watching someone get beat to death? Surely you have to stand up for something. Surely you're there for some other reason than just being a spectator. Can't you do something about that, even if you do it anonymous? What about the heroes today? What about the ones that are going to be able to say, I stopped that, I helped with that? It doesn't matter what environment you are in. You got to pay attention to your environment. It can go something like this. Pay attention to your environment. That means you got to be observant. You got to not look for yourself. It's almost like when they say, when you're on the freeway. When you're on the freeway, you're not the only car. So you're not just driving for yourself. You're driving for someone else. You think sometime that when you backlash someone or you don't do anything, that you've taken somebody out of the competition. You didn't. You didn't really end up winning at all. Because if you were smart, you would have known better. If you were smart, you would have been able to make sure that you had the right things in your environment that will enable you to be able to do the right thing. But so many of us don't even think like that, because I guess that we kind of feel like we want to hold our own. If I don't see that, if I act like I don't see that, then I didn't see that. But I always think, what if it was your brother or your sister or your mother or your father or anybody that you care about? I was traveling last night. I took a red eye to come here. And they had me walking and walking, and I had on heels. And I was just thinking, oh, I'm already feeling like, my feet is all crunched up and stuff. And I was thinking, see, this is what I'm talking about. What if my mother was traveling? Like now when you travel, there's no sky captains out there to get your bag. So I think about my mother traveling by herself. Who's going to help her? Nobody's helping anybody anymore. But why is that? Like, what are we feeling? Are we a product of our own environment? Sometimes. But when we see better and when we know better, let me hear you. I think about the gold Olympic winners. How did they get there? Like, what did they do? Can I hear you say practice makes? They prepare. They practice over and over and over again. And it's not because that they ain't got something going on in their life and something else. They're in school, they running errands, they got family, they got bills this do, they got a whole bunch of stuff. Somebody over here don't like them, somebody over there don't like them. But that doesn't matter. They got to keep doing it over and over because practice makes perfect. I think when I go to the doctor or when we go to the doctor, normally when you go into the doctor, that's because you're sick or you're concerned about getting sick, right? So you go to the doctor's office, you go in the lobby, print your name down there, you wait. They come and get you out the lobby, you go inside this cold office, and you sit down. And the doctor comes in. He don't have on no scrubs. He don't even have on a smock. He got on jeans down to here. You know how y'all wear them, you know, when the underwear is showing. Like when the belt is down here and you got to walk like this. Right? And then he come walking up to you going, yeah, can you open up your mouth and say, ah? And he ain't lacking nothing. He's showing you how much money he making because he got all the gold he ever made with his money on his neck. He even had some extra to put in his mouth. His grill is in. But you don't see no plaques on the wall. Because surely you want to see what university he graduated from, right? You want to know that he graduated with honors or at least enough to get a diploma, right? You want to see the level of professionalism, right? Because I'm not going to let nobody operate on me. They got all D's and said, it's all right, I passed. Right? So why do we lack the level of professionalism? Why aren't we learning that at this level? I went to Burger King the other day, and the lady said, may I take your order? I said, baby, do you want to? I mean, I get it, y'all. I get it. I mean, I know we're working for that check, for the almighty dollar. The money makes the world go round. Money can't buy happiness and all those other cliches that we know. But have you ever heard of this one? You get more with sugar than with, oh, I thought y'all was going to, you know. Right. With Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Why aren't we concerned with being able to care about thy neighbor? Because we're not in this world by ourselves. I mean, I need certain people in my life to advance because there's a connection with all of us. Now, see, I may not know you in the back, but I'm sure that you've watched a show, a video, a clip, or something that I've said that made you go, oh, you know what? Food for thought. Something. But if we start being individualized and compartmentalizing ourselves, then the melting pot that we are, we're going to stay segregated. Have y'all heard Miss Stacey Dash talking about, wow. I'm glad to know that you guys are involved, that you know what's going on. You heard about Will and Jada boycotting the Oscars? When I heard Miss Stacey Dash say the whole, we shouldn't have a Black History Month, I kind of felt half and half, to be quite honest with you. I hated to admit that I agreed with her, though, a little bit. But what I think that she lacked to say is that if every nationality have their own month, it's going to keep us apart. It's going to keep us segregated. We should be able to celebrate us all being Americans, but we're just not there yet. We're not there yet because we're killing each other. And it's so sad. Because we can't just only get mad when they kill us. Because we're doing the same thing. So now if you're not caring, how in the heck are we supposed to relate to someone else that don't care too? How do we say to them, hey, I don't care, but I want you to care? How do we say that? How do we pass that buck? When I think about level of professionalism, a level of stand-up, a level of being the first, I think about everything that I do in my life. And if you check yourself where you're the person that says, my beautician. When I go to my beautician, I want a level of professionalism. Because I don't want her hair jacked up and she trying to do mine. My nail tech. How you going to do my nails if your nails is all messed up? If I don't see anybody else's nails that you've done. Even the tech that's at the T-Mobile and the AT&T, if you can't show me about my phone, how are you going to tell me? How are you going to tell anybody else no? How? You got to educate yourself. You got to play your role, stay in your position, and stay in your lane. You can't be all over the place. You heard about the pie. When there's a pie, and you got 10% here, 10% here, 10% here, but you're all over the place, and you're not completing anything. Pay attention to your environment. I had a benefit with Miss Debbie Allen. Y'all know who Miss Debbie Allen is? Famous choreographer, dancer, director, actress. You may have known her from directing the finale last year of Empire. She was on a panel, I was on a panel. Every time she spoke, I spoke too. I was speaking so much that I promise you, people on the panel, they couldn't even speak because I had a goal in mind. My goal was, I'm going to take this opportunity. She's a director, I'm an actress, I need a job. She needs to know who I am. So I cared about my environment. I paid attention. So some people get so starstruck. They get so in the room with other people and they go, oh my God, so-and-so is there. And did you see so-and-so? And you're too busy taking a snapshot or what is it called? Snapchat, selfie. What's the other one? Periscope. Y'all didn't think I knew that, Periscope. But y'all don't realize that you're in the room too. That God placed you in that room with those same people that you and I with. You're supposed to seize the moment. You're supposed to be able to walk up to them and make it count. Because if you don't make it count, time is going to pass you by because you have to pay attention to your environment. Number 2, don't let your emotions drive your car. Instant decision-making process is never good. Never. It's like if you have a good paying job that you've been waiting for. You got great hours, the money is good, the people you work with is fine, but that one person that you just don't get along with, they don't like you. You like them, of course, they don't like you. And you see that person in the lunchroom, and you feel like that you're going to confront them, but you know you. You know your temper. You know you're quick temper. You know you ain't about it. Do you confront him? Because now you're testing him. Now he feels tested, she feels tested, now they got to bulk up too. But you get fired. Now you can't pay your bills. Now your plan has been altered. I'm not going to let you drive my car. You have an argument. The argument escalates. You get that person home to drop them off. But you can always tell a person that want to take that argument to the next level, don't you? You can tell. They start sucking in air, chest going off, filling all out, and nothing you can say or do makes them pipe down. So you know that there's a fight about to start. They push you, they shove you, they smack you. Fellas, do you smack back? Smack back and go to jail for domestic violence? Smack back because you're going to go to jail? No, you don't let anybody drive your car. Because here's the thing. Anybody said that we're not going to be emotional. We're going to get emotional. But if you got something to say and you want to let off some steam, park your car. Turn on your hazard lights. Get out. Go to the backyard, go to the garage or whatever. Let out steam and just say, mother, brother, ooh. Whatever it is that you need to say, then get back in your car and drive. Because you don't get to drive my car as a passenger. You're not driving me off the cliff and alter my course on where I'm going. You don't get to do that. But so often, we allow people to do that. Turn to your neighbor and say, you don't get to control me like that. Y'all did that good, just like in church. I like that. 4 ways to manifest your better. Number 3, birth things in the creative space. There's a time to think, there's a time to stay focused, there's a time that you have to be able to sit by yourself and be alone sometime. I'm in the process of writing a book and I'm looking for a ghostwriter. It's been a long process, about 5 months. And this particular day I'm scheduled, I got everything all right, all the calls I'm gonna make, the time and everything. I get down to my desk and my phone ring. And then that notification chime in. I pick it up real quick like, oh, it's my mom. Let me hit her back. And oh, surely this is my sister. I can just hit her back real quick too. Oh, hey girl, what's going on? Now I'm on the phone. Procrastination. Not staying focused. Letting somebody else in that environment come into your space and alter what you're doing. Because sometimes we can be a professional procrastinator, right? Yeah, I've been that several times. And I call it being stuck. Because what we don't realize is that visions is sometimes so big that we forget that there are little visions that just need to be completed. Everything big turns out and ends up, the beginning is small. It's small. It's just small things all grown up, is what I like to call it. Birth things in the creative window, where the vision comes from. I do this workshop called Life Rocks, vision board seminars. Anyone know what a vision board is? A vision board is a things to do list. Is your goals, your New Year's resolutions. But see, I don't believe in waiting to the end of the year to be able to write down those goals. You should be able to have those disposable right in front of you. So it's pictures, a collage of pictures that you pick out, whether it's colors, whether there's affirmations, words, sentences, whatever pictures that you feel that you can gravitate to. Because when you do that yourself, no one else can tell you that that list and that picture and that vision board is not the desires of your heart. So you look at that and you place it somewhere that you go every day. Mine is in my closet because I go to my closet every day. That's my sacred place. And I look at that. Even if I just glance at it, I glance at it and I'm able to catch it because those are the things that I put up there. So it makes me say, what am I doing on an everyday basis that is connecting me to the things that I say that I want? Because sometimes that procrastination kicks in. And I need a reminder. And I need a reminder of something that hits close to home. When I looked up vision in the dictionary, this is what it says. The ability to think about or plan the future with imagination and wisdom. A mental image of what the future will and could be like. So while you're thinking outside the box, stay outside the box. Dare to be different. Never blend in. Because a picture is worth yes. Remember when I said stick a pin in it, that I was going to come back to that? Because y'all wasn't sure if it was going to be a test or not. I mean, y'all remember that, right? When I said I'm going to stick a pin in it and I'm going to come back to that? Well, I'm not. I made my point. But what I will add is this. That manipulation that we learn at an early age. It's called the game of life. And what the game of life looks like is when you bought something. Let's say when you bought a dress and the sales lady was sweet, nice. You get home and the dress is too small. You need one size high. So you go back to the store rushing. But you don't have the receipt. You know what you got to do. You got to spread on that sweetness. That
welcome to Kayaka.
I bought this dress yesterday. Remember me? Yes. I just need a little size, a size higher than the
Mondays. We start off with Monday midday prayer. So you start off your morning bed, or you know you're having a great time. Just come meet us at the chat. And led by Yoldi. And myself, and yeah, we'll talk about different goals.
You walk up the store almost skipping.
Praise
because you felt like you got over, but you don't understand that you get more with sugar than you do with.
Then we have selfies, guys.
I didn't say that. I didn't do
Mondays
that. I didn't
Chris at 7:45.
The game of life.
7:45.
It happens when.
Student Union third floor.
Let's say when you have homework.
We got two options for the ladies.
And you didn't do it.
Either on Mondays with Janice,
and you come to the professor and you say, you know, my dog chewed up my homework.
Popular.
Oh, y'all don't say that?
Fridays we have prayer night.
My sister threw up on
Josh's place at the Point.
Come on, I know y'all ain't going in there all turned up talking about, hey, I just didn't do it. I just need more time.
Do you pick up around a certain time, Josh?
No.
All right, there you have it.
Birth things in the creative space.
Car wash. Okay, so we need help raising our funds for the Atlanta mission trip.
As an
so you have a chance to come out and help us raise money through car washes in the next 2 Saturdays.
It says you want to reach for the stars, right?
Saturday. Yeah.
Because everything big starts out small. Life has to unfold.
I don't have my glasses, I'm so sorry.
It's a step-by-step
community
process.
service.
Even when you're birthing out things,
a different opportunity.
You're birthing out things one at a time. And even if you got twins,
so
that's
we're
1, 2.
Partnering with Hope Health.
It still came 1
March
and 2.
5th.
There's Saturdays that we're not even supposed to know yet
available
until we complete
we'll meet in front of
step 1.
Lincoln Hall, 7:15 a.m.
And then step 1 is that foundation
if you're able to.
that you can build on. Step 2.
And contact Janice if you have any questions or for more information.
If you don't allow yourself to go through that
process. And we have a movie night.
It's like this piece of paper
at the Pereiro's place, March 19th. It's on a Saturday, and the event will start at 7. Address information. And we're going to have an Easter outreach as well on Monday, March 22nd, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Unfold this one.
On a Tuesday. So, yeah, come help us, you know, do our outreaches to different people.
Now, I can call this art, but then that'll be an excuse.
Do what Jesus does. But if you're interested in leadership,
back down.
You have the opportunity to sign up and, you know, for more information. Or just see Charmaine. You know, I definitely recommend you becoming a leader. It will like help you come closer with God and just really be able to reach out to people.
This is my life.
And on Tuesdays, if you're available between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., we need your help with tabling. You know, just come out, have a good time with the Chi Alpha family, and, you know, just be able to reach out to others who might also be interested. And we got our T-shirts. Suggested donation of $10. We have our model. Yep.
Is this not your model?
Yeah.
To reach for the stars. Make sure that you...
Yeah.
And the best one. But also.
Yeah. And for next week, if you want to get lit some more, come to the next Tuesday night. Tuesday night fire, same time, same place.
That I'm doing my part.
Thank you, Jakia.
because I cannot do it by myself.
So last night we got to listen to Cy Rogers just share an awesome message about keeping clean in a dirty world. And tonight you guys have an opportunity to get together in groups and discuss purity in relationships. When you think about it, I mean, when your decision for a major can have a great effect on how you live the rest of your life. Choosing a future mate. If you marry this person, you know, and you'll be married to them until you die or until they die. And so that is a major decision as well. Yeah, I guess that doesn't really, anyways. Anyway, so that's what we're going to be discussing tonight. So the guys are going to, can come up here and get in one group, and then the girls will be in two groups in the back. And Julie and Yodine are leading those two groups. So guys come up here, girls go to the back.
To one person. God, let your success be your revenge. Let that fuel you for the people that said that you couldn't, or you wouldn't, or you won't, that you do. And when you do it, you make sure that you reach for the stars. Thank you. If you want to ask something. It's on all y'all. It doesn't matter. I'm here as long as you want me to do. Yeah. So good. I got the privilege to have a little Q&A with you all. You get a chance to ask me whatever it is that you want to ask me. Because I tell you, it's not going to be easy for all of the things that we want to accomplish. We're going to have enemies. I got enemies. I got a lot of enemies. Got a lot of trying to drain me of this energy. I'm trying to get away. Hey. Okay, so let's open it up. Who got some questions then? No questions? Okay, goodbye. Anybody?
Over here.
Hello. Hi. Hello. My name is Courtney. Thank you for being here. My question is, can you tell us about a time where you faced an adversity, maybe in the Hollywood business or personally, your adversity and how you got over that and what you learned after you had overcome that adversity?
Yes, absolutely. When I first auditioned for Players Club, I was new. You know, I went in there, I saw Nia Long, I saw Sally Richardson, I saw Robin Givens, and I almost turned around because I said, they stars. They're established. I remember looking at them on TV like I'm a fan. They're not going to want me. That negativity started creeping up and messing with my self-esteem, my confidence. And I had to remember what I came there for. Even now, they're saying, you know, it's good to be black because a lot of us is on TV now, you know. To be quite honest, I just actually came out of my own funk. I've been sitting for about a year. Single Ladies was over for me last year. And so, you know, you're only as good as your last job. You know, you're only as relevant as the last time they've seen you do something. So I'm not current, is what they say. I'm hot, but not current. And I sat for a year trying to figure out what is my next. What do I want to do? Because I got kind of tired of being part of the cattle call. Tired of the pick me stage. Oh, my turn, pick me for your film. I'll do great in your sitcom. It's my turn. My turn business. To hurry up and wait, cry, but no tears. And I said, what else do I want to do with my platform? How can I help? Besides being a brand, besides making the money, besides doing any and all of that, what am I really going to be known for besides all the stuff I just read down to y'all on my paper? Really something that's going to be able to help somebody. And I had to realize, I did my vision board. I had to realize on one side I wrote down all the things that I liked and the person that I am, and then all the things that I don't like. And I put that list side by side. And I said, here's are the things that I like to do. Here's are the things that I don't like to do. How do I marinate those? How do I pick what is going to be my next? And as I sat in my house for about a good year, I gave myself excuses, but that's what I mean by pay attention to your environment. Because if you don't have somebody and some people around you to be able to encourage you, motivate you, and inspire you to move, you're going to be stuck. That's why that best friend is important. So often my mother would say to me, would you listen to me? I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm your mother. I understood that. I just felt like she wasn't cool because she was my mama. But I had some other older women around me that were cool in my eyes. I had one that was in particular, she made grown up look so fun. You know how the person have it all together, they got their apartment, it's all furniturized. Look at me spitting birds with my ebonics. But she had her house all, you know, custom done and just carpet here and just everything the way that she wanted it, and it was just so clean and just so, and the way that she had her routine in the morning to get dressed. I said, wow, I want to be grown just like her. And even the people that I have now in my life, they need to realize when I'm in that funk, when I don't have the courage to tell them that I'm in a funk. See, that good girlfriend or that good guy friend or that cousin or that person that shares your heart and your spirit, they know about you. They know when it's time to say, hey, what's going on with you? What's happening? But if you don't care even about yourself, then how are you going to care about me? So the answer to that is that I had to check myself. I had to get back to myself, the things that you like. Because see, here's the thing. We can think about the negative. I know what the problem is. Let's concentrate on the solution. Let's talk about that. Let's spend more time on the solution than the problem. If you always take that on the upswing and be more optimistic, I bet you'll become a winner. Anybody else? Any other question?
Well, good evening, Miss Lisa.
Hi. You can call me Lisa Ray, my friends do.
All right. My name is Wilson Renoir, and I am a hospitality management major. And so my question is, what challenges did you face as a businesswoman, and what did you do to overcome it?
I'm still overcoming it. And that's real. Because we're going to always be overcoming something. You're not going to ever get to a stage where you feel like, I'm all right. Everything is 100. Maybe 99.9. But still, I got 99 problems, but, oh. They keep, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where they're coming up with this. I would say part of the problem that steals our passion for what we want to do is that it's not really what we want to do. Because if you do something and you would do it for free, then that is what you need to be in. Because see, here's the thing. That's how I got to this. Speaking engagements, motivational speaking. I don't make my most money doing this, flying and speaking and talking. That's not it. I make more money on my sitcom. I make more money where I can just sit down and go, I ain't got to do that. But this right here is my passion. This right here, I love to be able to reach and teach and preach. Because I know, when I look back at my life, I realize that I've done a lot of things, but I realize that I've had a lot of mistakes too. And sometimes you need to know what those mistakes are so you can go, you did that? Oh, you took me too. Because that is what's going to make you feel like you're not alone. Because you find you find strength in numbers. When you realize that you're not the only one, you feel like, wow, okay, then she got over it. she did it, then it may be a little more harder for me to muster up the energy, but I can do it too. So it's okay, it's okay. All right, fine. Because then you don't have to hide in the closet and feel embarrassed about what has happened to you. Not to say that don't connect the emotions to it. You can connect the emotions to it, but stay with the passion of what it is that you want to do. Because our parents would do this to us. You should go to school for this profession makes more money than. You should want to help people because ain't nobody going into this profession. It's always what somebody else see that they want for us. That's why you have to be smart enough to cue into what is your passion. That's why you got to be smart enough to be able to tell your staff, your professors, your dean of students to be able to have someone to come and speak to you that you can identify with. Someone that you're going to pay attention to. Because here's the thing. Everybody like eye candy. Okay? Everybody like eye candy. And the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I don't know who's holding it, but whatever. But if that's the case, put somebody up there that automatically I feel like, oh, okay, let me see what they're going to say. Because we're not up here for nothing. And here's one thing. We're not going to be up here just talking BS. We're going to have to alter whatever we feel differently to you all because this is a gig for us. For me, this is a care for me. For me, this is a passion for me. For me, I'm a mother. I'm a mother of all of you all. Because I bet you if I take one of you all at a time, I bet you I'll be able to answer every question that you have. At least one per. Because I've lived. I know I had to change that. I didn't want to be here all weekend with y'all. I got my own kid. But when I think about the 50 years that I've been on this earth, I'll be 50 years old. Well, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I ain't 50 yet, I will be next year. But my point is that because I have a lot of testimony inside, I got a lot of stories inside, I got a lot of experience that I can share with you. And I can't share with my daughter because I'm not cool to her because I'm mother. And that's okay. So I take on all of you all in hopes that you're hearing something that I'm saying, in hopes that you are feeling something that I've said, in hopes that you do nothing other than just not only listen to me, but get somebody in your life that you will listen to. And I ain't talking about somebody on your same level. I ain't talking about somebody that you just admire because they got more money than you. I want to know, how did you get that money? You ain't got to give me nothing. I would like you to. But you ain't got to get. Best thing for me, show me how you got it. Because if you show me how you got it, it's here. Nobody can ever take that from you. What does the NAACP say? A mind is a terrible thing. Man, that was some BS to me before. But it is true. It is true. When you got it up here, nobody can take it away from you. So passion. Passion about everything you want to do. And then also, you're going to make me start preaching up here. Then also, do unto others as you have them do unto you. That is real. If that doctor, if you want him to put out a prescription for you that's going to work for what you went into the office for, be professional. Be uplifting. Be smart. Stand up for something. If you don't want me to smack you, I don't want you to smack me. So if I want to talk to you and get something out of you, I know how to come to you. If I want to be able to get something out of the world, out of business, out of my girlfriend, whatever it is, you know how to do it. You know how to accomplish that. You're not going to walk up to somebody and just get some answers just by this. That's not going to happen. Something else is going to break out that way. Be smart about it. Care about it. Because when you go with a whole different attitude, a whole different emotion that's attached to that, you act different automatically. When I was young, I used to hear people say, oh, she thinks she's cute. It was like, no, honey, you think I'm cute. I ain't said nothing. I'm over here in the corner, but what? Because I'm light-skinned, got light-colored eyes, long hair. today, that I think I'm cute. So what? So what if I think I'm cute? But if you want some of this, come over here. I may give you some of this or show you how to get there. But don't hate. What you getting with hating? You making yourself feel bad, because guess what? When I walk away from you, I'm still cute. Next question.
I apologize, but in consideration of time, we're not going to be able to take any more questions. We want to have time for y'all to be able to meet and greet with her. And so we would like to thank, I'm sorry? We would like to thank Miss Lisa Ray for coming out tonight. We definitely enjoyed it. And y'all can do a second one for her since she was talking. We definitely would like to thank her. I think it was definitely an amazing time tonight. Thank you to the whole entire audience for coming out and celebrating Black History Month's keynote speaker with us tonight. We appreciate you all. We do have a few more events coming up for this Black History Month. So tomorrow will be We Wear a Mask from 1 to 3 p.m. Definitely come out. We'll be talking about the mental health stigma in the minority community. And next semester, sorry about that. Next week will be our Black History Month closing ceremony. So thank you very much. We will be having our meet and greet, so feel free to come to the front of the stage. And if you do have one of those tickets, go to the back and we have Black History Month sweaters for the first come. Thank you very much.
Is there anything else? You all have been wonderful. Thank you so very much. I hope that's, oh yeah, wait a minute, hold on. Stop.
Not make that move up?
Now get your move on. Instagram. I want y'all to Instagram me. I want to hear y'all testimonies. I want to hear how you enjoyed or not enjoyed, or how I can improve or anything. So please take a moment to take out your phones and write this down. The Real L. Ray 1. The Real L. Ray is spelled L-R-A-Y-E. The Real L. Ray and the number 1. Because there's a lot of fake pages out there. But I'm the real. The Real L. Ray 1. You find me? Y'all gonna find me? Y'all got me? You promise? Because I checked my Twitter and my Instagram. Hello.
Hold on.
Okay, so we're going to do one line.
Come on now.
Okay. All right.